Good morning, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the Amir Shakur Speaks Morning Show with your host, Amir A.H. Shakur, or Amir King 7 Shakur, or whatever you want to call me. Just don't call me anything bad. And we're opening up today on this Thursday, April 2nd. And just wanting to continue doing what we're doing every day, every morning, bringing you the best information and news clips, point of view, and just a great personality that you can open up to every morning. And that's who is that? I guess that's me. Hey, listen, a little humor doesn't hurt. I got a weird sense of humor sometimes, but people like it, I guess. Anyway, good morning, Chicago. Good morning, New York. Good morning, Philly. Good morning, Canada. Good morning, UK. And good morning, America, right? Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody got that. Okay. Good morning, USA. All right. Today is April 2nd, 2026, and we got an ever-changing news cycle, right? So before we begin, if you haven't followed the morning show, I want you to go ahead and hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And see, I didn't get tongue twisted, so y'all didn't get me today. Go ahead and hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And I would like to welcome you. And if you want to join the information, your voice matters. So come on in and join me in for the morning show. And hey, listen, if you're there and you're watching in the shadows, come on, let me send a shout out to you. Hey, I don't mind if you're doing good things in the community, even if you're an influencer, then that's what's going on. So you're rocking with Amir Shakur, who is the sharpest mind in urban news media or morning news media, America's freedom fighter, right? Notate that, mark it down. That's where we're going. America's freedom fighter, King 7 Shakur, all right? So let's get back to the news cycle. And again, if you guys want to join in, come on to the Amir Shakur Speaks broadcast channel and share your opinion, because your voice matters, all right? So today we got a ever-changing news cycle, and our nation's at the crossroads, family. The major address from President Trump last night and concerning the ongoing conflict with Iran. And during his speech, the president signaled the war could conclude soon, and Americans are still trying to wrap their heads around his speech. And through his administration offered mixed signals, and it's been offering mixed signals regarding the exact path forward. He emphasized that a potential ceasefire, right, is strictly conditional on the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. So, okay. Anyway, again, the president's address last night, if you're just joining us, was heavily focused on the outgoing military campaign called Operation Epic Fury. So, yeah, let's get into that, because it's quite interesting. I was able to look at the speech, and Americans have mixed reviews. Like I said, we're still trying to wrap our heads around it. And while President Trump has declared the mission a success and nearing completion, the speech sparked significant debate and criticism on several fronts, right? Here, the primary issues raised by analysis and just the American public, lawmakers, lack of clarity, lack of a clear exit strategy. The most frequent criticism, particularly, is from the Foreign Affairs Committee of the United States. And, they're saying that the absence that's defined by the speech doesn't have a clear end date or even a long-term plan for the region. I mean, we sat there, lives were lost, and we went out there and we did the escalation, and, a month in, and there's still no clarity as far as the who's, what's, where's, why's, and how. So, bad luck, Mr. Trump. In 2 to 3 weeks' claim, Trump stated that the conflict would wind down within weeks, but our critics have argued, and the arguments are still going forward over the optimistically or lack of strategy. I'm going to say lack of optimism. There's nothing optimistic about it. It's just it's a spiral like we've never seen before. And critics also have labeled the operation a war of choice rather than necessity, arguing that there was no intimate threat. And epic fury means, are we getting mad at somebody in an epic fashion that we want to go ahead and justify? The thing that drives me, and I have to be very clear about it, the thing that drives me, and I want to know what you think, is there was loss of life. Over 100 children were killed by a missile during this, and I mean I think I'm watering down the numbers, and it just pisses me off to no avail, because there was no reason to justify this month-long military campaign without deeper congressional approval, right? And we're still following the after effects of that, which we'll talk about. So anyway, if you're just joining, we're going to go to the clip, but I want you to join the comment. And I want to know what where you're at, and what you think about this. We'll go ahead and go to the clip. We're waiting on the clip to be pulled up again. If you're just joining us, our conversation this morning, our feature story is about the ongoing campaign in Iran, and the Trump speech last night that justifies leaving Iran, which is it was a dismal lack of clarity and so many other things. So let's go ahead and pull up the video. I think the video is ready, and we'll post that video from CBS News. This is the clip from CBS. And thank you, CBS, for your clarity, but I think that speaks truth to really what's going on.
Welcome back to CBS News 24/7. I'm Juliette Goodrich. President Trump giving an update on the war with Iran. I want to bring in CBS News senior White House and political correspondent Ed O'Keefe to talk more about that. Ed, if you're there, I just want to get your initial thoughts on the substance of the speech.
Well, Jules, this was designed, according to the White House at least, to be an update on what was going on and some sense of the way forward. And if you're someone who has not been paying close attention or not listening directly to the president, yes, it probably did provide you some sense of a refresh. But for those that have been following this closely here in the United States, around the world, there wasn't much new in this address. And even his suggestion of how much longer this could take, saying it'll end shortly and then suggesting 2 to 3 weeks, as he often does for many things he does, not necessarily a firm commitment to an end date by any means. And that comparison of this 32-day conflict so far to wars that lasted several years, clearly designed to minimize and assuage the concerns of people who are concerned that this is going to continue for quite some time in an open-ended way and potentially begin to really cost Americans, at the gas pump and then elsewhere. As he said, again, reiterated that he has always, since he began his political career about 11 years ago now, called for the end of Iran's nuclear ambitions, and reiterated tonight that that is a big focus of this ongoing conflict. Of course, that was the point of the military strikes on Iran last summer, when he insisted that their nuclear capabilities had been completely destroyed. Now suggesting that, in fact, that is part of the ongoing mission, as well as destroying Iran's conventional military capabilities, which he says now have been almost completely destroyed. One other little bit of news that I heard, or that our team heard, certainly in this address, is he's now suggesting that as many as 45,000 Iranians were killed in protests in the weeks before this military conflict began. At one point, several weeks ago, he had told us it was about 30,000. So that assessment has now increased. How they got to that number and where in that vast country did this occur are questions that we'll be asking certainly in the coming hours and days. But otherwise, this was, essentially a refresh or a modest attempt at updating. And there was very little conversation as well, Jules, I would argue, about the fact that gas prices have hit record highs now for the first time in 4 years, above $4 a gallon.
All right. So here's the thing. If you're just joining us, we are discussing the escalation of the Iranian conflict, I don't call it a war, but I guess it's a war of choice, is what the critics are saying. Labeling the operation, it's something that we didn't have to do, and there was no reason to justify the month-long conflict in Iran. So, and as the clip from CBS, and thank you, CBS, was stating that, the after effects are really even almost as bad as, every other reason for why we should not have went into the war. The economic and energy turmoil. The speech attempted to address the domestic economic plan, but markets reacted with volatility. So, the gas prices, many of us Americans, while the president blamed Iran for the raising costs, the national average of gas surged to $4 a gallon this week. $4 a gallon. Just keep that up in there. $4 a gallon. And then he's saying that the Strait of Hormuz will eventually open, but the Strait of Hormuz, the closure is a critical choke point that Iran controls. So there's no way that we can control what's going on in an Iranian circle, or it's something that's influenced by them. There's no way. And at this point, I think it'll be the opposite. We will not see any access to the Strait of Hormuz, and what that is the critical oil infrastructure passes through 20 to 25% coming from the Middle East, and that's it's a worldwide portal, and it's something that again is closed by Iran. So it's a critical choke point, and it still remains a massive issue, right? So Trump's call for the nations to grab and cherish it, referring to the Strait's security, is it did little to soothe any of our concerns, anyone in America. So if we were going to fact check this speech, and I want to know what your thoughts are, but let's do a little bit of fact checking because I did take some notes. Claims made by the address were flagged by, a lot of different inconsistencies like we've been talking about. The inherited economy. Trump claimed that he inherited a dead and crippled economy, and the statement disputed what economists have been telling us since the beginning of his term. Growth metrics are opposite of what he's saying. Nuclear capabilities. So we still have yet to see, analysis have yet to see, pundits and the specialists have yet to see the administration's claims about the immediate nuclear threat from Iran. While some are suggesting that the threat was downplayed or dismissed, but there was really no reason to justify the stages of war that we went into. And so the other thing and the other notations that I took when I watched it, so the geopolitical and alliance tensions, the address underscored a deeper rift in the U.S. with its traditional allies like Canada and the UK, and aligning with a controversial ally being Israel, right? So the paper tiger alliance is what they're calling. Trump reiterated his skepticism of long-standing military alliances, referring to some of these guys as paper tigers, meaning that, you talk on paper, but, there's no action, and expressing frustration. And again, we are in the midst of losing worldwide support because of this retaliation. So the last thing that I want to say, and I want to know what your thoughts are, Iranian retaliation. Just hours before the address last night, Iran launched missile barrages in the Middle East, including towards central Israel, signaling that their decimation of their military may not be as absolute as the White House suggests. So, hey, they seem to have a thriving military, or at least they have thriving missiles. And as far as, the objectives, U.S. independence of gas is dependent upon Iran being a major player in that. And again, gas prices are exceeding. The last thing is Trump, and I'm going to quote it, the objectives are laser focused. I can't do his voice. The objectives were laser focused. Critics argue that the mission has no clear diplomatic follow-through. Iran is no longer a threat, is what he said. Where is he at? What world does he live in? Mr. Trump, the American public is going to spend a long time trying to make up probably 5 to 10 years to try to make up coverage for this catastrophe. So thank you very much and job well done. Mission accomplished if that's what you wanted to do. All right. What a shame. What do you guys think? What's your thoughts about it? Let's see. Thank you, some of the VIPs. We're going to the chat room. The conflict is controversial. Well, controversial to say the least. When thousands of lives have been lost and children, including that, I mean, it's even, the controversialness is heightened by even criminal. The ethical violations are through the roof. And we would hope that the international criminal courts take a look at this and then look at the administration like they've done Israel and really take note of it, because it's very important that we do. There was never a threat of the lives lost is bad on the U.S. Yes, I mean, yeah, there was never a threat. We've said it. The pundits on the ground have said it. Military leadership have been hesitant, and the soldiers on the ground have been reluctant to even fight because of the said issue. So, and when I say said, SAID, I'm going to say also a sad issue, SAD, because it's the turmoil and it's traumatic, at least. So listen, guys, let us know what you think, and I'm going to go ahead and move on. But this speech last night, if you get a chance to watch it, I may editorialize it further. Mr. Trump, bad move, bad decisions, and we hope that the next 2 years of your presidency, that these traumatic things are eliminated, and I just don't know what you could do that'll topple this catastrophe cluster. That's it. All right. Yeah. Moving right along, guys. I want to thank you guys for being a part of the show. And again, if you're following, please, if you want to send me a message to the Amir Shakur Speaks show, if you want to send us a message, go ahead and send us a message at amirshakurspeaks@gmail.com. You'll see it in the banner below, and it's going to continue. But again, the news updates from an urban perspective, from an inspirational perspective, and we try to be as non-biased as possible. All right. So with that in mind, our next story is about something that didn't get a lot of airplay: the space exploration mission, which was officially underway as of yesterday. NASA's Artemis II mission successfully launched off of Florida, and the crew of 4 astronauts, they're now in orbit, and they're embarking on the first crew journey around the moon in more than 50 years. And that's in between the tragedies and the tragedy that happened. So this is the follow-up, the Artemis II. We're gonna give you a great shot of these guys and these heroes, these NASA astronauts, and there they are, the NASA Artemis crew, and they're going around the moon. And crowds gathered yesterday to witness the parties nationwide, including Chicago's Adler Planetarium, to witness the launch. I wish I would have known about it. That's a significant thing, and it's definitely a break from what we're dealing with. So we definitely wish the crew of NASA's Artemis II, we wish them the best. And I definitely want to highlight that by let's go to a clip and let's pull up the Artemis launch, and just to give everybody an actual visual aspect of the launch itself. And hopefully we all can see this, but
the crew of Artemis II now bound for the moon. Humanity's next great voyage begins.
Good roll pitch. Roger, roll pitch.
Houston now controlling the flight of integrity on the Artemis II mission around the moon.
The integrity.
So yeah, back to the stage. If you're just joining us, we are talking about the Artemis II mission and NASA launch yesterday, and it's It's the crew of the 4 astronauts is now in orbit, embarking on the first crew journey around the moon in more than 50 years, half a century. So we wish the crew the best of luck, and we're going to continue covering that, especially the return from this crew as their voyage around the moon is it's pretty breathtaking stuff, and definitely don't want to downplay it. So definitely a great chapter in American history and world history, especially aeronautical history and NASA history as well. So, all right. So thank y'all. So any comments? What comments do you guys have? I just want to get let's go to the chat room and let's kind of get some feedback from everyone and see how everyone's doing, just to do a check-in before we go. And so in regards to Iran, there is no excuse for lives lost. Thank you for that, and I agree. Iran will not forget what U.S. and Israel, the world will not forget what the United States military or Trump administration, I should say, and Israel have done. And I think that the pushback will go on for years. So thank you for that comment. Controversial, at least. The conflict is controversial. All right. So I want to go on to some good news and then some not so good news, and we'll go ahead and go to the good news first. But let's go ahead and do the not so good news. So now our new mission is we're joining the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. In every show, my mandate is to show a child that's been missing around the world. Around the country, around the metropolitan areas of the country. So this one child that I want to show, and we'll highlight it, and we're just asking if anyone has seen these guys, seen them. We just want to go ahead and address it. So this particular young lady, I'm going to pull up her picture. Micaiah Neal has been missing since March 30th from Peoria, Illinois. March 30th of 2026, I should say. And Micaiah is 17 years old. And, it's this call to action means that, we got to continue addressing. An estimated 2,300 children are reported missing every day in the United States. So the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, the NCMEC, offers a 24-hour hotline, 1-800-THE-LOST, to report any cases. So let's be aware. Let's keep an eye out. I'm going to post that number real quick while we have her picture up. And again, my mandate as a community reporter, as a mandated reporter, is to continue to share this information, because we definitely want to make sure that folks know what's going on, especially in the communities. So the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, the NCMEC, 1-800-THE-LOST, which is 1-800-843-5678, 1-800-843-5678. And let's do our part to really assist in bringing these children, these lost children, home, and to report any cases, to provide any information, immediate actions for missing children that include local law enforcement. Call 911 if you happen to see them, all right? And we thank the National Center for their efforts, and we will find a way to highlight them. And, again, if a child goes missing, call 911 immediately, all right? So thank you, and let's pray for Micaiah Neal and, beautiful baby, and hopefully she gets home and makes it home, all right? All right. We're going to come on back, and we got our picture can tell 1,000 words. We need something after that news, but picture can tell 1,000 words. And the picture that was sent in is from Max Stewart. I think he's a photographer, but it's definitely interesting. Let's see if I can get my notes from Mr. Max. And there we go, y'all. There's the picture. So this is a look at a man who doesn't just want to see the world. I call it the Pepper Man, right? Look at that. See that? Did you guys pick up on that? The Pepper Man, I guess he's traveling. Looks like the UK or something. I don't know. Those buses, I think that's London or England, right? The people travel with a pillow and headphones or something. But this guy's got a jalapeno, treating it like it's some sophisticated viral or smelling sauce or something like that. I mean, I guess it's a travel hack that we don't know nothing about. I mean, I don't know nothing about it. Let me just do this. There we go. I mean, it's bold. If your nervous system is stopping you before you travel, maybe that smell, that jalapeno will get you, checked. Maybe it's a new world hack that we don't know about, or maybe he's checking the notes of citrus, or like he's checking the jalapeno, the notes of the jalapeno. Maybe he can, sure feel it. Maybe he can make sure that he's feeling his face before he goes through customs or something. I don't know, but I tell you one thing. I mean, if I see this guy on a plane somewhere holding that jalapeno up, I mean, he ain't got to worry about me sitting next to him, because I'm like, what the heck is going on? That's weird. Okay, all right. So jalapeno man, I guess he, something that we don't know, but I mean, hey, I guess crazier things happen. So thanks for sending that picture. Look, guys, if anyone has a picture, we want to celebrate you, fun picture, birthday party, comedy event, any kind of show or broadcast, you want to send me a picture of, I'll highlight you guys. Right. So thank you for that, and praying that Micaiah is found quickly. Yes, we are. So as we're ending the end of the show, I want to bring this to your attention. Next month, the first week of May, I'll be publishing the Global Influencers Playbook, and look out for Amir Shakur Speaks broadcast channel for more information. You can also look at my website, amirshakur.org, and the playbook is it's about professional growth, and that's what we're doing. That's what I'm doing. It's success strategies for 30 days to become a global influencer. And then if you understand the strategy and you got the framework, now you can go out there and build an infrastructure of your own success. So, I'm Amir, and I'm challenging you to radiate excellence in everything you do, and that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. So, the book, the playbook, isn't just a book of ideas. It's a 30-day tactical manual, and the daily broadcast, I'm giving you the keys to the kingdom, right? I'm giving you the keys to the car, and it's a nice car. It's not a Ford 1976 Ford Pinto. It's a Mercedes-Benz or a Bentley or Rolls Royce or something like that. So you could be driving that. I drive a Mercedes. You know what I'm saying? Where are my keys? Anyway, I'm not bragging. Y'all think I'm arrogant. I'm not. But I mean, it's one of the cars that I drive. But anyway, I'm giving you the keys to the car, keys to the kingdom, keys. I'm giving you keys, vital keys. So stop strolling, stop learning, start learning, not stop learning, start learning, and your voice is your power. I always say that. So it's time for you to be heard in the world. So if you want to be an influencer, check the blueprint. You don't have to rewrite the narrative. This is a 30-day sprint, and it'll be released next month. We want to execute in excellence. And guess what, y'all? I'll share. A lot of people don't share. I'll see y'all at the top, right? There we go. Hey, listen, if you like the broadcast, follow, like, and share, subscribe, and I appreciate y'all. And listen, family, the motivation here is that, we want to introduce you to, what's going on in the world. No filters, no scripts, just the clear, uncut truth. And again, you've been rocking with the sharpest mind in the morning, Amir Shakur Speaks. And, I just want to thank y'all for being who y'all are. And tomorrow morning, the end of the week, we'll see y'all here again. And, we got some more topics. It's an ever-changing news cycle. So just make sure during the day you have a great day and keep yourself in order. And I appreciate y'all for checking in to the Amir Shakur Speaks morning show. All right? I'm out of here. That's my time. Peace.